Bitcoin having a green day today. We're going to take a look at the daily time frame. We will also look at the liquidity heat map on the weekly time frame to get a gauge of what direction Bitcoin could go. Hint, up. And we're going to also we'll also peek into ETF performance, gauge some market sentiment. And we'll finish out with Keycat and Doginme, two base meme coins that are in play because they recently got listed. How high can they go? How would I play it? I mentioned it yesterday. I will mention it again today because hopefully some of you are in those plays. Let's start right now with the king. Let's start with Bitcoin, see what's going on there. And interestingly enough, Bitcoin at 85,489. Oh man, sometimes TradingView treats me not that great. Here we go. Very good. All right, see how those lines make a difference, huh? You can actually see what the heck is going on. We get a good idea. All right, so here we are. Bitcoin 85,491, looking like it kind of, really, to be honest with you, yes, having a green day, yes, obviously great news, much better than having it go down to 78, 79, right? But still, it is just in this range and looking like it wants to get back into this uptrend. But what's blocking us right now is today, 86,300. Okay, let's see if we can touch that line. All right, it would be nice to touch it. It would be nice to at least get there, even if we get rejected today, because if we touch it, to me that would mean for the next few days, something like this, that we would see at least it trying to break through. Hopefully it does break through. If it does not break through, then I can see us coming back down, testing 80, 82, 81, probably lower than this, probably 80, 81,000, 80,000, maybe maybe even lose 80,000. Okay, maybe. All right, we would still be going down this line. Okay, if we cannot break it eventually, this does end sometime in the middle of May, this triangle. Okay, so we'll see if it is boring for that time, kind of keep going down. But hopefully we do see this kind of break this week. Past this, it would be ideal to see something like this at least, right? If we are going down this line, let us at least be on top of the line. Okay, above that, okay, if we can make it past 86,300 today, the next area of resistance right here, 99,500. Okay, I don't think that we're going to do something like that unless there's like huge news, huge bullish catalyst, then possibly. Okay, I was looking at everything else, nothing really strikes me different from yesterday. Okay, a couple of things that are kind of interesting. One is just the ETF performance really quickly. 2 days in a row of red. All right, 2 days of red. Let's see what today brings on. We'll know later today what if today was an inflow day or outflow day. 2 days in a row of outflow days, but still, see, with that said, Bitcoin is still having a red day. Cool. Let's hope that continues. Now, what I really wanted to bring to your attention is this, and I was going to mention it to you guys yesterday, but I forgot. The heat map, liquidation heat map. All right, and we're going to take this onto the weekly. This is the heat map on the weekly time frame, and as you can see, it's already starting to move to grab. Look at all this liquidity right here. Look at all this liquidity, and to the downside, there always will be, but not as much as compared to up here. Okay, look at 88,300, 116 million. You don't think they're going to try to get that? I mean, we were just there not that long ago. All right, so I mean, yeah, let's see if this week it's going to try as high as 89,200. Okay, so that would break us through here, right? And that would bring us around here, right? To like basically the top of this channel, basically, right? Including wicks above it. If in fact they are going to go for that, then I could see, then yeah, that's where we could probably head, and then that would keep this going, right? This would just mean it was a fake out, and that would keep this uptrend intact, okay, which would be good. I would love to see that. Okay, so that's one scenario. That's the heat map says bullish, right? To me says bullish because there's liquidity to get to, there's liquidations, there's money to be had by grabbing all those guys, liquidating all of those guys, and it could very well happen. Okay, so that's what keeps me kind of bullish for today, for this week, for the next few days at least. All right, let's take a look at others really quick. We looked at others yesterday. All right, so nothing too out of the ordinary, at least a great bounce right here. Let's hope that continues. BTC dominance, check this out. BTC dominance continues to go up though. All right, so that's positive. When I see Bitcoin dominance go up, I usually do also see Bitcoin price kind of going up as well, guys. So I mean, things are, to me today, are looking bullish for this week. Okay, let's see. It could be that we face rejection and we come back down hard, but I don't think so. I mean, when we do mostly, I mean, except for the beginning up here, when we do play with this line, we do play with it for an extended period of time before, you know, either we break through or get rejected. Okay, so let's see what happens. Hopefully good things happen. And now I covered a lot yet. I covered a lot yesterday. Now let's go to Keycat and Doginme. I mentioned to you guys yesterday how I would play it. Okay, for me personally, let's do Keycat. Let's analyze Keycat really quickly. This thing, as I mentioned, all right, has the catalyst right here, and it has the structure to do inverse head and shoulders. And if that's the case, it could go up here at 9 cents. All right, but considering we're in a market that's kind of coming down, it's still an up market, but it's just a bad part. Just kind of the sentiment, for example. Where's the sentiment at? It's still it's at 24, so it's still in fear, right? It's still in fear. So the sentiment is not that great for a coin to pump. Keycat has stayed right here, and it still looks like it's moving up. So to me, how I would play it, if you were one of the lucky ones, or one of the people that actually listened to me and bought here, and then, you know, you're up. Maybe you take a little bit of profits here at 0.08 cents, which would be the next area of resistance. See how much strength it comes and breaks through. If it breaks through relatively strong, we can see it maybe spend another day or two, and it comes up here again at 1 cent, right? But those that can hold, right? And I'm not saying to do that, because, you know, what if it comes here, rejects, and it comes back down, right? You lost your opportunity to cash out a little bit, all right? But if you can hold, right, and be patient, then maybe if we can get past 1 cent, 0.014 cent, then yeah, I think it can make a run. It can make a run. How high could it get up to this 9 cents, almost 10 cents? Possible. If market conditions change a little bit, market conditions have to improve a little bit. And well, as we just saw with Bitcoin, maybe this week could be favorable to Keyboard Cat. I mean, it just got listed literally today at 9 a.m. So let's see. These next few days will be interesting. I wouldn't sell right now. I would wait to see what direction it goes. Okay, I think there's still time. All right, remember Toshi. Let's keep Toshi in mind. All right, 14 days before it peaked out and they came back down. Okay, so hopefully something like that for Keycat. And if that is in fact the case, then it's a no-brainer if it gets up here to sell, right? To sell and wait and hold, right? But for me, for example, if it kind of just stayed right on here, I don't think so. If it comes up here, I would consider maybe selling, and if I saw signs that maybe this was where it topped out. But to me, it has to get at least a 0.014 cents for me to consider selling. All right, Doginme now. Let's take a look at Doginme really quickly. Doginme, all it has to do is break through here, 0.0013, where it's at right now. Literally where it's at right now. If it breaks through here, then this also has a similar structure to Keycat, where it's an inverse head and shoulder, and if that plays out, 0.0079 cents. If it gets up there, I am selling a portion, just like I would to Keycat. If it doesn't go up too much higher, maybe I'll sell a portion, but a much smaller portion. And I would do the same thing to Keycat, but for me, Keycat only from 1 cent, 0.14, and I would maybe sell a portion, a smaller portion, and just kind of wait to see if I believe that that's where it tops out. If I don't, then I'm going to hold and wait until I feel it is a point where it tops out. That is very personal. I mean, it will factually top out at some point, right? So, I mean, where your guess is, that again, that's personal. All right, so let's see what happens. Doginme got to break through this, but Doginme, honestly, that this chart is looking strong. And once it breaks through this, guys, once it breaks through this, then it is going higher. Let's give it a few days, a couple of weeks to see where it actually tops out. I think we do have time to decide on that. Okay, so that's what's in play. That's how I would play it. Hopefully some of you guys are in there in those positions. If you are, let me know how you are considering to play. If you're just gonna hold and wait, which is fine too, but just remember, what goes up must come down. So I mean, it'll probably come down wherever it peaks out at for a little while, for an extended while. Again, let's go back to Toshi and take a look for an extended while before the next eventual pump up. Okay, cool. Let's go back to Bitcoin and then we'll call it. Be interesting to see what happens today. Hopefully Bitcoin can hold on to this just like that, maybe go a little higher again, and this week really touch this line. Tomorrow that line will be at 86,100. Let's see real quickly. So today 86,200 today, right? Tomorrow it'll be roughly at around 86,000. Interesting. Where will it be on Thursday? 85,800. Very interesting. Okay, so in these next few days, yeah, I think it could definitely definitely break through, at least peek its head out, and from there, let's see what happened. Hopefully it continues, but we'll see. Cool. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. If you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. I'm trying to grow this channel. All that stuff really does help. With all that said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.